All right. We'll now call to order the Legislation Rules Committee hearing for Tuesday, September 19th, 2023. Tracy, please call the roll.
Alderman Narayan. Alderwoman Clark Hubbard.
I'm sorry, here.
Alderwoman Velazquez. Chair Valmer.
Present.
We have two present.
All right, I'm aware we do not have a quorum. For the record, we're not taking any votes today. With that being said, we will skip line item 3 and hold till next meeting. Line item 4 and 5, we will also skip. We have no board bills or resolutions to review. We'll go straight to line item 6, which is committee discussions. Before us, we have members appointed who are wanting to be appointed or reappointed by the mayor to the Mental Health Board. We have them on a list here, and are the aldermen here who are sponsoring any of these? These folks live in your wards, Alderman Aldridge, Alderman Browning. Okay, we'll start with number 1 on the list, Robert Poirier, and will the corresponding alderman take away? One of you guys have Robert? No? Nobody wants you, I'm sorry. All right, with that being the committee chair, and is it Poirier? Is it Robert with us?
Robert Poirier, oh, excuse me, 1 second. Making lunch. Robert Poirier is unable to make it today, but I just want to speak on his behalf. This is a reappointment. He has been serving on the Mental Health Board and has been doing so with distinction. Mr. Poirier is a doctor at Washington University School of Medicine. He is recognized for his commitment to initiatives aimed at improving the health and well-being of St. Louis area residents, most notably the underserved and those with behavioral health emergencies. He's doing fantastic work there. He's doing fantastic work on this board, and I am very happy to support his renomination.
All right, it looks very impressive. He has more initials after his name than I have in my name. All right. With that, Tracy, do we have to swear these folks in that are going to speak?
I swear everyone in that's going to speak. So if you all will raise your right hand and repeat, well, do you affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Yes. Okay,
All
thank
right.
you.
Thank you so much. With that, which alderman has Vander H. Corliss? All right.
Good evening,
Alderman
Mr.
Aldridge, you're recognized. Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. It's an honor to have Ms. Colorette. I keep butchering the name, Corlett. A longtime resident of the 14th Ward. This is also another continuation. A member that's just continuing on the committee, has been on the committee for several years. Currently have experience, been working with United Way since 2017 as a chief financial officer. When it comes to health, served in St. Louis County as a director of administrative DHS, has been very experienced in the mental health field, and looking forward to continuing to serve on this board in the City of St. Louis Mental Health Board.
Okay. From my looking, he's not with us today.
That is correct, not with us.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much, then, sir. All right. We move on to appointee number 3, Cassandra M. Pinkston, MPA. Alderman Aldridge, is that yours also, or Alderman Browning? No? Cassandra, are you with us?
I did just see her on.
Well, we'll move on to the next, see if we can locate her. Send her another link. The
Okay.
wonders of Zoom meetings. All right, I do see Janice Thomas with us today. Alderman Aldridge, is there a sponsoring alderman? No? Oh, Alderman Clark Hubbard. Please take it away, Alderman.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yes, Ms. Janice Thomas is here. I stand behind both of the these are the new appointees out of the 6 appointees. The other appointees here unfortunately have been waiting since December to get appointed. I appreciate you holding this committee today. Chair, and she's here. If you have any questions for her, her resume absolutely speaks for itself. And I appreciate her as well as the others, your willingness to serve on this board that is most needed now more than ever.
All right, thank you. Ms. Thomas, if you'd like to speak, you're welcome to at this time.
But I don't really have anything to say, except that I'm looking forward to serving on the board. I've worked in health and social services for many more years than I really want to share. And mental health has always been something that's an integral part of what I have done. And so serving on this board is just a natural extension of other things that I've done.
All right, thank you very much. All right, then we have Marcia Hayes Harris.
Yes.
Again, from the
Me
10th
again.
Ward.
Yes, me again. And she was unable to be here today. She has a prior engagement, but again, I'm standing here in her stead and 100% support of her appointment, and her resume again speaks for itself. And so I could answer questions if anybody has any about again her experience and why she was asked to serve on this board and why she rather applied to serve on this board. But I will note that on top of the mayor submitting these resumes and these appointees went through the process with the mental health board director, which I spoke with, so, and were vetted through them as well. So I appreciate again everybody's willingness to serve, and thank you for supporting their appointments as well.
All right, thank you, Alderwoman. And number 6 on the mental health board list is it Terrell or Terrell Carter, MBA? We have a sponsoring alderman for Mr. Carter. If not, then Mr. Carter, please state your name, and since you're not sponsoring alder person here, state your name and add what ward you live in, and then anything else you'd like to say.
My name is Terrell Carter. I am a lifelong resident of the city of St. Louis, and I am in Ward 4. I have served on the mental health board for 9 years now. I'm the current chair of the board. It's my second term as a board. I'm a former police officer for the city of St. Louis, a former professor, the community college system. I'm now the executive director of RISE Community Development, and my service on the mental health board is essentially the culmination of all the kind of community engagement things that I've done throughout my career. So it's been a pleasure for me to serve up to this point.
All right, we appreciate you taking the time to join with us today. You sound like a very, very busy man. Glad you could sneak us in. All right. With that, we are not voting on this today. We are just merely introducing ourselves to you. I believe you'll have no problem on this Friday's meeting be approved by the full board. We do thank you for your time. We definitely thank you for your willingness to serve the city of St. Louis. And before we do this, Ms. Pinkston has joined us. So before I excuse the rest of you, Ms. Pinkston, you're recognized if you would like to say a few words. And
I apologize. He had internet problems here at the office, so I'm not sure what I missed.
Oh, well, we're just going through each appointee introducing themselves. Just state your name for the record and what ward you live in, and anything else you'd like to add to the record.
Okay, I'm Cassandra Pinkston, and member of the Mental Health Board, and I live in the Shaw neighborhood. I currently am a CEO of Higher Education Consortium, which works with middle school, high school students and adults, and I also have experience with working in early childhood education as well.
All right.
Anything
Okay,
else? Okay.
No, whatever you'd like to state, this is merely going into the record. This is a formality we have to do. So I appreciate you all taking the time for your busy schedules to join us. And we will be more than likely approving all of you on Friday at the 10 o'clock board meeting. All members here for the mental health board are currently excused and they can leave the meeting and go back to your regular lives. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Next order of business is line item number 2, the St. Louis Port Authority. Looking to go through the appointment of Brilliant Lily Seymour to the St. Louis Port Authority. Is Ms. Seymour with us?
Yes, Ms. Seymour is with us. She's under my name because I sent her my link for this, but happy to introduce her. She has been a longtime resident of the Central West End. She has served with distinction there on the Special Business District, and I'll let her go from here. Willie, the floor is yours.
Okay, Ms. Seymour, please unmute yourself. Just state your name. State your name and for the record, in which ward you live in. Thank you.
Do you hear me now?
Yes. A little
Okay,
late.
thank you.
Delayed. Okay.
Okay, my name is Lily Seymour and I go by Lily as my nickname. My real name is Brilliant Seymour. My parents didn't know any better. They were hoping for a brilliant child, but it's shortened to Lily. And we have lived, my husband and I moved to St. Louis in 1977. And we have progressively, the first day in St. Louis, we drove around the city thinking that we would really like to live in the city, and we couldn't find anything suitable. And I remember vividly driving through the through Forest Park, and my husband said to me, "We are in the deep South, kiddo." And I say, "Why is that?" And he said, "Look at this statue commemorating the Confederate soldiers." So that was my first impression of St. Louis. And of course, we came here to be here for 6 months. And now 40 some years later, we are still here. And now we have had our children here, and now we have our grandchildren in the city of St. Louis, living around the corner from us in the Central West End. And we made a conscious decision to stay in St. Louis because we thought our airport was so good. We were so centrally located. And now, as today, I just arrived to Seattle for a short visit. And I remember over the last 30 years, the dichotomy that I see. Seattle, we come here, the airport is so busy and so crowded, and we are so quiet in St. Louis. We, of course, enjoy the quietness of St. Louis, but at the same time, we feel saddened that we have not kept up with the pace of growth in St. Louis. In my business, I have always been a businesswoman, from my corporate life to then having my entrepreneurial, my ownership stint. And then now I do, for the last 20 years, involved in commercial real estate. And I am a proponent of a lot of developments. I am very aware of the dire need of what we need to do, what we should do on our riverfront. I think we have to put some effort and some thought into it. Another also note was when we first moved to St. Louis, my father-in-law, who was a marine engineer, naval architect, anytime he came to town to visit us, he always wanted to go and look at the riverfront because he designed many of the barges coming down the river. And we would go look at Alton Dam and Lock. So there has always been an interest to the growth and development on the riverfront for me. And I was called to serve on our SBD in the Central West End in Watermill Lake Business District. And I was reluctant, but then I realized that we got a lot done. And I was encouraged by that experience to put my hat in the ring for joining this commission. At my age, the only thing I want to do is to serve the city, to do something useful and make it a better place for the future generations of St. Louisans.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Thank you so much. We appreciate you taking the time to join us. And we will more than likely have you approved on Friday at the general meeting. With that,
Thank you.
thank you. You're welcome. With that, we will go to line item 7. Tracy, do you have any written testimony from anyone on our?
No, there's no written testimony.
All right. Announcements. I don't believe we have any announcements either. And excused Alderman will excuse Alderman Ryan and Alderman Velazquez for necessary absence. And with that, I will just make an announcement that we will adjourn since we cannot vote on anything today. So thank everyone for the time. See you all Friday. The goose says goodbye.
Thank
Meeting
you.
adjourned.
Thank you.